Hi everyone, and thank you for joining this Get Together Digital Summit with Melting Lamb today. We hope you enjoy it so far. So welcome to our panel dedicated to a topic which is why and how retailers have to innovate, which is a very dense and interesting question. And we have today two interesting women with us. So we're going to talk about their experiences within their company. So Nadia, welcome. You designed the project for Galeries Lafayette Champs-Élysées, which is an incredible project. So we are really looking forward to hear about it. And today you are in charge of a new project of a retail think advisory. And Paula, you are the head of e-commerce in La Fnac, Portugal. So thank you and welcome. I'm Pascal. I'm the head of marketing at Petit Bateau in Spain, and I will be moderating this panel today. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat, and we are going to answer them during this conversation. So let's start. Hi to the two of you again, and thank you for sharing with us and our audience some valuable insight in your experience. We have the chance to hear from both offline and online retail experience. So when we talk about retail, we used to think that it was maybe going to die, and we talk about the survival of retail. So when we talk about survival, we think about adaptation, and we think about, of course, innovation. So topic today is about that, innovation, and maybe consumer centricity was in the core of all of strategy until now for innovation. So we can say that consumers are like innovation drivers. Maybe we can talk about that first, like putting a bit of context of everything, of all the deep transformations that our societies are going through and how it impacts on the mindset of our consumers and on the shopping experience they expect from us. Maybe Nadia, if you want to start about talking about that.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Pascal, for inviting me to this panel. So actually, customer centricity is obviously the driver of innovation today. You mentioned this great project that I had to imagine and build, which is the Galeries Lafayette on the Champs-Élysées. It was all about talking to a new customer. Actually, for us, the retail is not dead, of course. Retail is still alive, but not all the retails are alive. And retail who has a purpose, who talks to a customer, is the one who will survive and thrive. So, for example, Galeries Lafayette Champs-Élysées was really an answer to this, let's say, kind of new customer that is willing to see something different, who is very keen to shop online, and who is maybe fed up a little bit with the regular department store model, who is more his model's parents and not he's the one who talks to him. So it was really to try to design something relevant. And in order to design something relevant, it's really to understand the needs of the customer. Of course, there is big lines of change of the customer. We mentioned shopping online, we mentioned services, we can also talk about customization, about experience, about made-to-measure actually experience. But also after, you have also to design for the local customer. What I mean is, for us, Galeries Lafayette, when we went to Champs-Élysées, even if it's still in France, it's a different neighborhood. It's not the Les Grands Boulevards. It's a challenge also because Champs-Élysées, it's a neighborhood where Parisians don't go anymore, but where we want them to be back, where you have lots of international and thousands of different nationalities, and how to talk to each of them.
Paola, maybe you want to add something about context and
yes. When I think about Fnac, I always think we are innovative, thinking about the customer. At least here in Portugal, I don't know if that was an innovation at the time in France, but in Portugal, for instance, the great innovation that Fnac introduced in 1988 here was that it allowed customers to enter the library and actually pick up the books and flicker through the books. And that was a customer-centric approach, not very sophisticated or technologically advanced, but it was focused on the consumer and what the consumer wanted to do before buying or as part of its customer experience. Every time someone talks about offline versus online and physical retail being dead, I always remember the song "Video Killed the Radio Star." So, and today you have video and today you have radio. So we evolve with the new technologies and focused on the customers. For us, as of today, we are very focused on the customer convenience, very much focused on customer convenience. We work on innovation, thinking about convenience, thinking about sustainability, environmental issues, and also security, because with digital comes a lot of issues dealing with data, not only personal data but also payment data, and I would say these are the issues we try to address in our innovation projects.
So we talked a lot about consumers' need and expectation, about knowing them, about consumer convenience. So maybe we can think about all the role that plays the rapidity of all the changes and what they state in terms of delivery, of payment, of convenience, as you said, so in terms of services, personalization. So in practice, how do you respond to that to the expectations in practice? Does it imply maybe a change of business model as
well? It implies some changes when you were used to a model where the biggest store was the one that was at Forum Leal or at Champs-Élysées, and then your biggest store becomes the online store. That has to come with some business changes, with new issues that you don't have in the stores, like digital data or all the issues around shipping orders, for instance. So that implies, of course, adaptations in the business models, and even in our membership programs, our Fnac Adhérent, as the member card, that also incorporated these shipping issues with cheap and speed embedded in the program. So yes, there are adaptations, and mostly what we try to do is combine the best of both worlds. So the people in our stores with the efficiency that there is online. And I think one of the innovations that we brought that seems simple enough, but it implies a lot of systems communicating with each other, was the ability to order online from the stock in the store. So the stores had their own systems, the online had its system, and now they had both to communicate. And what we provided was the ability to order online in 1 hour. So we are able to be on our smartphones and then go to the store, and within an hour the order is ready for pickup. So this is an example of innovation to address the convenience issue we were talking about. And at the same time, it addresses the sustainability issue because the stock is already in the store and there are no other packing and shipping issues. And I could go on with examples if you want.
Yes, for sure, because sustainability is something is a big thing in the consumer mindset, and we expect from all the brands nowadays to further the topic. So for sure, we are going to talk about that. So if you want to start now with the example you have, so we can go on that. Let's go. Let's go.
And so just another example with the combination of the physical and digital worlds is the ability we already have in France in our transactional app that we have to do self-checkout with the pay and go service where I can go pick up the book I want, scan it with the app, and just walk out of the store. So just 3 examples of the innovations we have produced to address this new customer.
Okay. Nadia?
So it's very interesting, this idea of trying to combine the better of the two worlds, because it's absolutely what is it about. Whether it's online or physical, you always try to enhance what is really convenient to the customer, and at the same time to minimize the pain points. For example, for the store on the Champs-Élysées, for us, the pain point of a physical store is queuing at the cashier. It's waiting a lot of time to have a personal stylist or a personal shopper helping you. It's sometimes having those shop in the department store that really break down the shopping experience, and this sentence that we hate to hear, like, "I'm sorry, I'm not in charge of this brand. Please find someone to help you," which is really super irritating, especially in the era of online. So we really tried to remove all those pain points. For example, in the store, there is no personal stylist dedicated to a brand. The personal stylist is dedicated to a customer. It's a personal stylist for you. For example, Pascal, if you come to the store, he will, of course, welcome you, and smile is something super important. It's not a convenience, it's mandatory to welcome people, especially in France on the Champs-Élysées. And it's really to try to know you and to understand your needs in order to navigate with you in the store, show you the brands you like, the brand he can show you and make you discover. So this is something super new. You can have someone from the beauty floor, the luxury floor, the same one, even to the food floor. So this is something very new and very different. The other thing is this same personal stylist will be in charge of your shopping spree from A to Z. He will accompany you until the payment, which is also super different. And he will be in charge with you and of you even when you leave. We decided to give the personal stylist to empower them by digital tools in order to really have all the data of the customer not just for us to have the data and to be happy having the data, to use it in order to help you and better serve you. So this is one example. The second example, we also were thinking about a different way of shopping. You have the person who has a lot of time and who needs service and who needs advice, and people who really know what they want in the store. You are in a hurry, you know that you want this dress, and you want it in a size L, for example. And this actually we designed and create a smart hanger who, with the RFID technology, can tell you if this dress that you see hanging on the rack does exist in the size you need. And if it does exist, the stuff is there. You can touch the screen because it's a touchable screen, and press the button, and you will have it in the fitting room. So this is really to address two different types of shopping. And another thing, usually in department store, you have you don't have any light in the store. It's like quite dark, it's quite, so we really imagine the building also for sustainability to have the daylight in the store and also for the staff there. So it's full of light and even the dressing room are full of light, daylight, to really change the experience of the changing room.
It's true that when I heard both of you, we used to think about when we talk about innovation, we used to think of technology. But now I can see that there is a lot of human part as well in this innovation. Because we talk about the personal science, about the program of ability, with clients, how important is human part with content, valuable content in a innovation strategy. Because we have technology, we have the content, the human connection. So how is important that human part in terms of training as well?
If I understand well, the question is how we balance and how we use innovation versus humanity and personalization. Is it this the? And for me, for example, for the store, it was really to use technology to enhance the people, to enhance the experience for the customer, and to enhance people working in the store. So having the data, using it. For example, we made the choice to not put big screens in the store because we think that there is no need to have big screens when you have screens on your phone in your hand. So technology is something very very useful. That it's not a name; it's a tool.
Right, it's a tool, totally. Paola, maybe in that note, I know it's on e-commerce, but what do you part behind this innovation process in terms of what training?
You know, we have a lot of startups that come to us and propose things like chatbots, intelligent chatbots, and things like that. And normally what we like to do is use that technology with our people, and those tools are used as to facilitate the employee experience, to provide a better experience for the customer, rather than having our customers talking directly to robots. We believe the humanization of the experience is very important, and that's what distinguishes us from pure players, for instance.
Right, totally. That was one of my questions for you, actually. So it's the perfect transition because as a Fnac, your first competitor must be Amazon. So it's really hard to compete against that big player. How can you make the difference against them?
I think Amazon tries to be the main competitor of everyone, really, because they actually experiment with everything, and I like learning from their experiences also. Our model is a not only channel model, which tries to take the best of the efficiency of the online and the humanity and proximity of our staff in the stores. We are quite known for our for the way we treat customers in our stores here in Portugal, and the passion we have for the products. The people we have in the stores, they are really passionate about what they sell, and I, for the time being, I don't see robots being able to be passionate about something and creating that empathy with the customers, and this is really what we try to do. All information is online, but then to share your passion and look for more instant feedback, we have the people in the store there to advise you to choose the best that's for you.
Yeah, I think if I can add something about what you said, Paula, as long as you have passion in the store, in the physical store, physical retail won't be dead.
Exactly.
That's a human part of innovation as well.
So actually, this brings you to something important: how to empower your people and how to motivate them in order they keep this passion and they transmit this passion to the customer. And this is really a key point.
That was one of my next question actually, because we always have new processes, because we have lot of new services for our clients, lot of new processes, personal processes, change of mentality and for our staff. So how training is important? Did you implement some changes in the organization of the training of education? It's important nowadays that training.
Yeah, this question is for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, yes, absolutely. The whole program was about how to create a startup mindset to this big organization that is the Galeries Lafayette organization. So we try to think differently and to try to disrupt each process of creating a new store and a new model. So about people, we really try to innovate from A to Z. We first of all launched campaign of hiring campaign, because actually in 6 months we had to hire 350 personal stylists, which is huge. So we decided to first of all have this let's say mindset of being, we are open. We are not looking for people who have 10 years of sales or of very special education. We want to hire people who are passionate, who are fashion savvy, and who really are customer centric and like to talk and to create the link with the customer. So how did we do this? We launched, and of course, we need people who are digital native, because we were to give them all those tools. So we launched the campaign on Instagram, and a very fun campaign to make us know and to bring people on board with us. After that, we did assessments in order to really keep the person who want to keep with us. So this is one of part of the innovation in the hiring. The second one, once we hired all those young and cool and edgy people, we needed to like form them and to bring them the science that we wanted to share with them. So we created a retail academy with l'Institut Français de la Mode, which is really the iconic school of fashion in France and, let's say, in the world. And also we brought in this retail academy hospitality modules, because for us it's super important to have also the best of the hospitality and the fashion together, because we didn't want to have this feeling of, you know, in the fashion, sometimes in the fashion stores you feel that people are saving lives and they barely talk with you, barely help you. So we really wanted to keep this edgy mindset and bring also tools to be very, very customer centric and very, very near the customer and understand the customer.
Right, so I think it's really important to move project innovation, one innovation, right? In your case, Paola, does training was important as well?
For innovation, Pascal, I'm not sure I understood the question, but what we are doing to stimulate innovation in Fnac and with the people, we launched the program Confiance Plus, and within Confiance Plus there is this extension, which is Innovation Plus, and so there are many ambassadors throughout the company who are the owners of innovation projects that are in charge of populating innovation throughout the group. And I would say that in terms of recruiting, is exactly as Nadia said. I would say it's easy to form people in technical issues. It's not easy to teach passion to the people. So we look for people who are customer centric and passionate about the products we sell, because we know that with those soft skills, they will learn anything, because they are enthusiastic about better serving the customer. And with the pandemic, we normally have an issue of being too occupied to do training, and this was the opportunity that the pandemic came to offer us. And now every week we have the HR have a newsletter where they compile the best of digital training that there is and send it throughout the company. And people are curious to watch those contents and be more digital savvy, as Nadia said, in order to stimulate this innovation through customer centricity throughout the organization.
I just want to add something to complete actually this idea, and I think Pascal, you will, Paula, you will agree with me. Actually, it's important to have this kind of different profile of staff. But what is also important is to have in mind the question of time. It's a long process to train them and to retrain them. You don't have to think that because you showed them some videos, or even us gave them a retail academy during a few months, it's over and they are perfect and perfectly trained. It's a day, everyday training and everyday work.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. So I'll put my AirPods. Maybe you can hear me better now. I hope so. So let's move, because you talked about pandemic, Paola, and actually it was one of my questions as well, because we all know that this period changed a lot in all our processes, in all our companies, and in our life in general. So question is simple: how does it impact the COVID in your business?
Actually, the impact was enormous on e-commerce. We have a lot more volume, but fortunately we had the methods in place to tackle that volume, and the people we needed. Thanks to this omni-channel model, we were able to go and get them from the stores, and it was actually a beautiful moment, I would say, because it was an opportunity also for the people in the stores to understand a bit better of how e-commerce works in the background, because the sale isn't over until it's delivered, and that is quite different from the store. And so we had a huge volume. I can tell you we had 50% more orders than in Christmas last year. So it was a stress test, an absolute stress test. It was beautiful to see how the people in the stores came to help our operations, our logistics, and also our customer care operations, because mails kept falling from all over, Facebook comments, calls, chats, you name it, and it was a learning opportunity as well.
Nadia?
Yeah. Actually, COVID for us, it was, given that we are physical, it was closing the stores, first of all. So it was a quite challenging period. After, it was really respecting all the health rules in order to avoid contamination and to really secure our customer and, of course, our sales assistants. But I think that, first of all, that COVID showed us that the importance of the physical store. Right after COVID, everyone was so happy to go back in the physical store, and how important the real experience is and will stay.
And did it maybe accelerate your roadmap at some point? Because everyone says that it accelerated a lot in terms of digital as well. Maybe it changed the priorities of the roadmap project, no? Paola, did it change something for the pandemic?
I think it made it, the urgency intensified, but the roadmap, I don't think it changed. We had to adapt, but I wouldn't say that the roadmap was changed, because we were already working towards a 5-year period where our customers would be more digital and looking for this convenience and sustainability. So I don't think it fundamentally changed. It proved us right. It proved that
exactly, it consolidated everything, no?
Exactly.
Yeah. And do you already see a change in the customer profile using e-commerce? Because during the pandemic, more people from other generations that didn't used to use the digital channel nowadays are like, they adopt the new habit, right? So maybe we are going to see a lot of new profile of people coming. Have you do you have any new customer journey for them, or prepare something to welcome them in this new world?
I think we have we still have this pedagogical role to play with new customers coming to the online. Here in Portugal, we still have a lot of people who haven't done any, haven't had any e-commerce experience, and we try to answer those questions. And we see that from the contacts we receive. People sometimes they click on the button buy and they expect the order to be at their footsteps within an hour, like it was Uber Eats, and it's still not like that. So what we find is a very insecure customer with the COVID, insecure in the stores, and so we've put all the masks, all the gels, all the distance social distancing measures in place, and we have brought the pickup points closer to the entry of our stores to make it even more agile. And we've also made available a site where they can make an appointment with the salesman in the store so that he feels secure. And also with the security of buying online. And there, our most pressing issue is showing them that it's safe to pay online. And in Portugal, we have some payment methods specific to the country that do not involve payment with credit cards, and to make them feel safer with those kinds of purchases. So I think it's really trying to tranquilize the new customer that is coming online. But as Nadia said, I think that as soon as the pandemic is over, people are dying to be with people again. So I think there will be a moment of celebration, a physical celebration, of customers coming back to see our people. So when they will need to do an efficient purchase, they will go online. When they will want advice and a sensational experience, they will still go to the stores.
For sure. Nadia, you wanted to add something about that? Or about anything else? Nadia, you hear me? Nadia?
Would you like to add something, Nadia?
Oui. Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, I lost the connection for a few seconds. No, I just wanted to say that, for example, we don't have any website yet for the Gare La Fête Champs-Élysées store, but we try to find solution to create another shopping experience. For example, of course, shopping through Instagram, which is something very useful for us, especially as a fashion house. And also, this is a new trend, very important. It is the live shopping, which is having our personal stylist presenting the products and selling them through phone, through WhatsApp, and let's say it's kind of shopping, online shopping, but in a different way.
Okay. I'm just going to ask the question that the public asked us. Okay, so we have only 5 minutes left, so I will just ask you to be quick on that. So the first question is, what are the best way or best channels for you to communicate with your consumer online, and why? Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Instagram is the best for us. It's the best way to communicate with our customer, for example.
Okay.
It depends on the communication we are talking about. If we are talking about promotional communication, or we are talking about advice, because online, I would say, for our kind of products, we are still on Facebook and messaging. We also go to Instagram, but I think clothes are more Instagrammable than maybe electronics or books. And I also find that chat online is quite useful for advice when you are we are looking for advice on a product. So I would say chat online directly on the site to go with the customer. Yeah.
Okay. And the
Yeah, actually, I just to precise that, given that we created the community of fashion-savvy customer, it's why Instagram is for us the best way to communicate. Also, that we really wanted to focus on fashion and not on discounts and promotions. So it's absolutely what Pascal and
but for sure, you have a consumers that are really different in terms of profile and expectation. So for sure, the best channel depends on as well the message, but obviously on the.
It depends on who actually, on who and what.
So it totally makes sense. The question that we have, second question, is: do you collaborate a lot with startups for innovation topics? Maybe for back-end solutions.
Yeah, actually, for building this concept of Galeries Lafayette Champs-Élysées, we try to have to work a lot with startups. For example, the hangar that we mentioned, we co-created it with 2 different startups. We really wanted to gather around us all the best startups that are in the landscape and the ecosystem of the retail and the fashion.
Yes, we at FNAC, with this program Innovation Plus that I was mentioning, we see a lot of startups, and we look for solutions that are highly scalable. For instance, now in the issue of security, of data security, we are we've passed through the phase of pilot, and we are implementing the data dome project in all the countries, for instance. So yes, we do, and in a lot of areas, including in product areas, in the products we sell.
Okay, so we are about to end this panel. We really hope that you enjoyed it. We talk about knowing our customer, about sustainability, about taking the best of the on and the offline, about how training was important and how data was important to save the people and the companies, and obviously about security and agility in payment, in delivery, etc. So now, for the very last question and minute, in one word, what would be your advice for people who want to innovate today?
Actually, for me, it's really you have to, if you are a startup and you created a product, you really have to understand who will use your innovation, to whom is dedicated, and to understand the needs and how he will use it.
Yes, I recently read a phrase which I think sums it up, which is innovation is in the eye of the beholder. So it's important that the innovation you do actually addresses someone, a need that is relevant for someone, or will be in the near future. Because doing something fun or innovative for you will not be relevant after for the market.
Making sense. Always looking for a sense to do anything. Thank you to both of you. Thank you to everyone who listened to us. We hope you enjoyed it, and this is over. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pascal.
Bye.